Hey everybody, it's Maida, and I'm back again with another time lapse. Surprise, surprise. Um, I know recently that's all I've been doing is time lapse videos, and I haven't really done much of anything else, or anything else at all. And that's mostly because I have not thought of any videos to do, because, I don't know, I feel like everybody on YouTube has pretty much covered all of the tutorial sides of things. So I just haven't really been inspired to make anything that teaches, because I'm not a great teacher and there are plenty of like pretty good teachers here on YouTube that are actually helpful. So anyway, so in this time lapse, I am actually redrawing an old fan art that I did back in 2011. It is a picture of my version of Princess Tutu, like a headcanon, like what would happen if she had been, if the pendant had been tainted with Raven's blood. I'm not sure if this happened in the anime. Or, I'm pretty sure it happened in the anime. It might have been the manga, though. But, Princess Tutu... Okay, so Princess Tutu is basically a heroine that has to collect all of Muto's heart shards, which is the boy right here. And in part of the series, he turns evil because his heart shards are tainted with Raven's blood from the antagonist. And so I always thought, would have been cool if Princess Tutu's pendant had been tainted by Raven's blood. And we could have seen a whole, like, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 episodes of how she deals with that. Being evil, but not meaning to. Anyways, I'll have a link to that, the original, the 2011 image in the description. But, so this illustration took about 8 hours. I only have 7.5 hours of footage, but that was because I kept forgetting to record certain things, like the beginning of the sketch. If you notice, we started like midway into the sketch because I forgot to open up the recording studio, the recording software. But let's see, I kept the design of the dark version of Princess Tutu pretty much the same. The only thing I did was, in my original drawing, I had made her eyes like more reddish pink violet type. I don't know, just because I thought it looked more like she was hypnotized in that way. But then I decided just to keep it blue, so that it'd be more obvious that she is supposed to be the same person as Ahiru, or Duck, who's stuck in the gear mirror in the background. Let's see. One thing I noticed as I was drawing, like even early in the sketch, I noticed the face of the Princess Tutu character that I made actually looks a lot more like Himino Aoyuki from Pre-Tier, which is another one of my favorite anime shows. It's another magical girl one. And I don't know, it doesn't really bother me that she looks like Himino Aoyuki, because they're voiced by the same voice actors, first of all. Second of all, just the way Duck / Ahiru's hair is, if it was cut short, it'd be similar to Himino's haircut anyway, which is, again, the haircut here is not exactly like Himino Aoyuki's, it's just similar. And what else is there to say? I'm not really talking about the drawing, I'm just talking about stuff related to the drawing, I guess. Let's see. I also added red tips to her hair. Oh, because the original Princess Tutu, she has like the white fluff on her head, which when I first saw it, I thought it looked really dumb, honestly. But, yeah, so I just made the tips of her hair red, because I didn't want to add black. I didn't want to just make the tufts that she had, the white tufts that she had, black. Because in my imagination of how the transformation sequence would go, she'd still do the whole thing where she transforms into Princess Tutu, but then, like, the white stuff and the original ruffles would, like, wither and fall out in place of the red feathers that I gave her. I'm sure it doesn't sound as impressive when I say it, but that's okay. Yeah, there's nothing to, there isn't too much to explain here. Yeah, what I like best about this new version that I had in my head was the pose is clearly much more dynamic because I wasn't capable of creating super complicated poses 6 years ago. And I'll show you guys, again, I'll put the picture in the description, a link to the original one in the description, but that one was only like it showed from the top of the head to the thigh, so you didn't really see too much movement at all, and it was a straight side view, so there wasn't a lot of depth versus here where, I don't know, they're not like, it's not a straight side view or front view or anything, it's like an angle. So, and then since you can see the feet and where the feet are placed, you can see some more depth there, even though I didn't draw a floor. And then clearly this is a digital work, and the original one was in colored pencil because that was back when our laptop or computer had broken down or something, and I needed to make art, so I was like, okay, I guess I'll use colored pencils, but I didn't do a good job using colored pencils. Yeah, and let's see, we had a few shots of the necklace. The original pendant does not look like that, clearly. That's just how I envision it when it's tainted. I actually flipped the necklace upside down for this part, and then everything that was white turned black. That's it. In the original drawing, I think the gold part of it was, I turned it silver, but then I didn't really like that, so I turned it back gold here. I don't really have anything else to say, but there's so much more minutes left on the time lapse. I guess this is my, I don't know, I feel like even though it took me 8 hours, I feel like that's too long for the type of coloring that I did here. But it could have come down to like trying to get the pose right in the drawing phase. That could have slowed things down a lot, since I first off don't do ballet, second off all didn't use a reference, which is bad of me, but that's okay, I guess. I don't know, I'm trying to learn to do poses without referencing. So, and I think it looks pretty good even if it's not 100% accurate. Yeah. Oh, also, like in the last one, what took a long time was trying to figure out the background. Because even though I had the first gear up there with a hero in it, I wanted to make the two main figures pop out more, since this is the picture mostly should have been about them. The illustration should focus on them. And at first I thought of doing a spotlight, because I did something similar to that in the original drawing. But then it didn't feel right. It felt like if I did a spotlight, then I'd have to build a floor so that it looked like they were standing on actual, you know, on an actual something. And I was like, I don't think I want to put that much effort in. Well, also, just because of where the fact that a hero is in that gear thing, I didn't want an actual, like a true environment. I wanted something more, I don't know the word, picture-esque, abstract. I wanted something more abstract, that tells more of a story than just something, than just an environment. So I put a second gear in, but yeah, you'll see in a second I have issues with like how bright things are supposed to be and whether or not the gear is in a good spot. So you'll see me mess around with color and brightness a lot first, and then you'll see me moving the gear piece around. Yeah, and playing with the outer glow of the characters, again, to make them pop out more. Alright, so as you can see, I'm still messing with the gear, but we are coming close to the final image here. So I add a little bit of light in the upper right corner, you'll see towards the end, and also a little bit in the lower left corner, and that's just, I don't know, just to add a little bit more than the flatness, than the flat, like, dark blue. Anyway, so here is the final image. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I don't know, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. See you guys next time. Bye.